Hi guys, this is Q and welcome. And this video is something I guess I'll call a showcase. It's not a tutorial. I know you guys are waiting for another one and it's coming, but I want to do it properly so it does take some prep time. Well, in the meantime, just want to show you how I made this animation. If you haven't seen it already, it's in one of my playlists. And I'll link in the description. But so what you see right now is this is the original illustration I did one night, and then the next day I was like, well, yeah, sure, why not? I'll just animate bits of it. So that's what you see here. Oh, why is it all inverted like this? I'm not sure. Ah, there we go. So this is what I've done. This is what it looks like without rendered. If I render a frame, it looks like that with bunch of effects and blur and all that going on. I didn't reuse anything other than the background from this original illustration. So I just took the like that Starfield BG, I guess. Let's see if I can pull it up. So that's the only thing I used right here. I just took that and I just put it in the background, and everything else I redrew from scratch. Now let's see if I can show this properly without freaking you out, because the way I went about this, I knew it was gonna be just like a one-off, like an animation clip. And I really didn't need to plan ahead so much so that others can understand, or even think about like me coming back to fix it and whatnot. So if I open this up, this animation network, it's quite a mess, and well, don't be scared. But there's a bunch of things going on. But let's see, how did I start this? Well, I did have original image. This is the original image I pulled from Photoshop. The color is a little off because the adjustment layer was like turned off and whatever, but basically I just went ahead and you know, kind of looked at what I wanted to do with it. Okay, let's turn off that. Okay. Yeah, so I looked at this original illustration and I just wanted to do basic like wind cycle, like hair blowing in the wind and stuff. So I began dissecting things. Let's see. Yeah, I began dissecting them and then start animating them just one by one. So what you see here, this is the her sleeve, kind of blowing the wind, and it's what is it, cycle, like 6 drawing cycles. So I don't know if you can see it properly. I'll tone down this white mask here. Yeah, it's just a 6 drawing. Just cycling, and so that's a 12 frame cycle. So that was one part, and another part would be her other sleeve. I did a rough one before this, but I must have deleted it. Yeah, but that's, or let's see. Yeah, I must have deleted it because this is a more of a clean version, but I did like a much rougher one, and then yeah, I went ahead and drew the blue line like this. Same with the skirt. Skirt I'm not too happy with, but you know, like this was just for fun. Wasn't really not meant to be anything else. And the hair is a little more smoother because this is 12 drawing, so there's more, so it doesn't cycle as much as often as the other ones. Let's see what else we got. Next we have our collar blowing in the wind as well, and the other collar. And I knew the cuff. I didn't animate the cuff. Her cuff here, and then this one, because I knew I was just gonna like use peg and just work with one drawing instead of actually like animating frame by frame. And then there's a ribbon. All this stuff here. But I mean, you know, I'm not gonna animate that for one night. It's just, it takes too much time, and yeah. Well, from start to finish, this took me about like 3 hours to do. From that, from taking that original illustration and then like breaking it down and cleaning it up. So let's see, what else can I show you? So next, yeah, so after I've done this, and if I'm like kind of happy with it, I started to break down or rig the character essentially. So let's see. Like that. So I think I started with the stuff that wasn't going to move, which is like her arm, her head, her legs. So let's see if I can do this without breaking the whole thing, because there's so many different layers going on. Like, let's look at it. Because this is, there's her skin is just one tone, but I apply like an overall like gradient. Like there's subtle gradient on her skirt too, and there's a glow from this pyramid thing, and I think I made it pulse a bit as it like comes up and down. As it comes up and down, there's glow kinda strengthens and then weakens. That's why there's all this crap going on. But let's see. Let's get to the bare bone. Yeah, even that. So yeah, even that's like I separated it, which I didn't need to. That is the blur on her face. Even like the her skirt shadow. Skirt shadow, I basically like duplicated it and then like moved it down a bit like this. and then just sample like the her pink from the dress, and then moved it down and maybe skewed it a little bit so that it's always like, you know, moving with the dress. Let's get all this fluff out of the way. And many of these I can't really move it because I didn't apply peg, because I knew they weren't gonna move anyways. Oh, this is also, I don't know if you can see it, it's like a super subtle gradient going on here. Yeah, I just decided to apply that to her dress as well. So let's see. Oop, is that, does look a little naughty, but that's what I've done. Going in. I didn't name any of these either, so no, it just looks a little embarrassing. Okay, good. I'll just peg it so I can just move it around and show you. So I knew leg wasn't gonna be moving. So when I was cleaning up the skirt, I just cleaned up, like I cut the legs out from there instead of bothering with like whole like masking bits. So all these images, they have like a legs already, like I meticulously like drew the stroke line and cut it out. This one, yeah, same with this. And I knew sleeve was gonna be just on top of everything, so I just didn't bother with all the creating another layer that goes behind the arm and all that. And that's just the arm that doesn't move. The face, I just separated it from the head, just to make it have a, so I can draw them easier. But this is like her body, which doesn't move either. That's the shadow of the arm, which is same deal with the dress. And yeah, like things like the cuff. You know, it kind of looks bad, but you know, it's just a one drawing being skewed and things like that. Yeah, so yeah, things like, whoa, hair. Ah. Okay, that's why the hair looks a little funky. Because this thing I'm selecting right here, that's the duplicate of hair which I use to have that shadow thing going on. So that is actually right here. And yeah, I just applied like matte resize, matte blur, and then I think I applied, I think matte blur. You can also, in addition of blurring, if you see here, you can apply like a different color to it. So that's why it has that blue, nice blue hue. Yeah, sorry, as I said, it's not really a tutorial, but and even like I can't recall what I did exactly step by step, but this is what that is. But the original hair is just one drawing. It's just one drawing that looks like this. And yeah, there is no easy cheat about it. You just, you know, I don't know, if you're in school, you pay attention to your exercises. you know, work with the C curve and S curve, you know, all that stuff. But if you actually like look at it properly, like it's not perfect, especially with all the lines too. And it's really busy in this area too. But so yeah, it's not perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. And let's see, what else is worth mentioning? The ribbon, I guess. Ribbon, this thing here. If you look at how it's moving very subtly. And what I've done with that is this thing called Deformer. Toon-Boom Harmony 10, and I think Toon-Boom Anime Pro 3 also has it now. So it's just a single drawing, and then I apply like this deformer bone-like structure to it, and I can animate it like this. You know, it's just pretty awesome. And I'm pretty sure I know I'll get a request to do some kind of tutorial on this, and yeah, I'll do it, yeah. But this is kind of a gimmicky stuff that it's not hard to apply it. But my hesitation with it is like people want to build like a character with it. You know, you can definitely use it for like an arm and leg and stuff like that. But it just leads to very tweened looking animation and a very flat, and I don't know, I always think like learning the hard way first is the way to go. And because this is more of a cheat. I mean, with the ribbon and stuff it's completely fine, but when you actually start animating like a character's limb with it, it just looks really bad if you don't know how to use it and animate correctly. And yeah, like I just made it like go back and forth, which isn't that great looking either, because like it's not actually flowing to some place, right? It's just something to keep it alive. Like I mean, if I were to actually have time, I would probably mask this all together and then maybe have this gradient of rainbow kinda like flow down. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but that's what I would have done, like kinda that rainbow gradient kinda going through. Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of things like, you know, I just made this like a circular thing with gradient and then applied like a glow to it and then animated like the transparency, I think. But all that, like all this like module tricks and stuff, I'll roll out slowly with a bunch of series of tutorials. But I don't know, like I guess, yeah, I just want to show you like what is possible with the software. You know, like this, the glow is a bit too strong, so you like the facial features being hidden. I think it's quite nice. It's fairly representative of the original illustration, like I think, yeah, so I guess that's it. Sorry, I apologize if this is more of a tease than than like a showcase or whatever. So yeah, so I will prepare a tutorial for next time. Not on this. It will be much more simpler, but it will be more of a acting a scene. So I'll just look for like a really clever clip with dialogue to go with it. So yeah, yeah. So that's it. Yeah, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.